Come on in. Yes, we're back in the building with another week of, or another episode of Weekly Entertainment News, powered by the Reporter Newspaper Online.com. I am your brother Hiram Akeem, and like I said before, we want to thank everybody, absolutely everyone, for taking the time out, checking out our videos, checking out our news, our entertainment news, which is powered by, again, the Reporter Newspaper, which is an all-black newspaper here in Akron, Ohio, which has been in business for over 50 years. That's right, 50 years, narrating our stories, narrating the entertainment landscape, the national news, the international news, anything that happens to do with us as a people here in the diaspora or across on that whole nice land, Africa. We are giving it to you in the Reporter Newspaper, right? But we're about to go right into it. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, let somebody know that this content is in the building with your brother Hiram Akeem. Let's go. Everybody's talking about it, okay? We kind of waited. We wanted to see what was going on, but everybody's talking about it. Katt Williams, Shay's interview. Shannon Sharp's interview with Katt Williams, right? Let's go there. Now, I can go 80 different degrees with it, but I'm going to go somewhere that I thought was interesting. We're all familiar with my man, Gary Owens, right? That's the European comedian who is in the niche of black comedian or black comedy, right? I don't like to say the white guy, but you know what I'm talking about. Real cool guy, got a black wife and everything, got mixed kids and stuff. I don't know. I think he recently divorced her and everything, but he is sympathetic to the struggle, okay? And he's a part of that black comedy niche, right? So apparently he was getting calls. They were saying, hey, I think you caught a stray. So what are we talking about? When Katt Williams was bucking at everybody, shooting at everybody, on Shannon Sharp's podcast, it got back to Gary Owens. He thought he was in the mix. He thought somebody said that Katt was talking about him. On contrary, Katt wasn't talking about him in the negative sense. He says, listen, this is what Katt said, and I quote, "Is it odd that Gary can't even cross over and he's white?" He didn't say, is it odd? His point was, Gary can't even cross over and he's white. And so Gary, by listening to his podcast, this came out of Gary Owens' mouth, the comedian. He said, I thought he was dissing me, but in actuality, after listening to everybody else and listening to Katt himself, he said, I think he meant because I didn't sell out. I didn't disrespect my integrity for $1 to cross over. They can just make me do anything. Case in point, on the same podcast, Gary was saying how any pilot that's a show before it becomes a show, any demo show, any type of idea that Hollywood has for him, always have them mixed in some type of black connection, be it a black wife or inner city paradigm. He says some of the jokes and how it's written is so unreal and so distasteful to our particular demographic that he don't want to do it. He don't want to sacrifice his integrity to the market that helped him become who he is. So much so, he said, I can't go home saying that stuff. My wife won't have it. Big ups to my man Gary Owens for keeping it 100 with himself, and big ups to Katt Williams for acknowledging, okay, that Gary is one of the ones that ain't selling out. Speaking about selling out, Nicki Minaj selling out tours all over the place. She's doing shows all over the place, right? And, some people are saying that she's kind of arrogant. Some people are saying that she knows she's who she's supposed to be. And wait a minute, is this tea? Hold on for a second. I think I need to get my teacup. Damn. Teacup, y'all. Hey, listen, pour the tea, goddammit. I'm about to bring the tea. So apparently she says, she's on the stage recently, this past weekend, and they was expecting her to do one of her biggest songs, one of her biggest crossover hits, Starship, helped produced by Red One. That's the producer, right? And apparently she didn't want to do it. The crowd thought she was about to go into the cut, like sing it. She's like, no, I don't want to sing it. I don't want to. She is fed up with the song. Okay, and some people could look at that as, hey, she's dissing Red One, the producer. No, she's not. She's sick of the song. And even him, he said he understands her. He understands, and he's happy to be able to have worked with her, to be able to have made such great worldwide music with Nicki Minaj. It's her prerogative if she don't want to sing the song. Okay, now that ain't hurting him none because he got big hits done with Usher and some other people along the lines of that. So big ups to Nicki Minaj taking a stand and not wanting to sing certain songs. But I will say this. Nicki Minaj, you there to rock the crowd, to please the crowd. These people bought the project with the song on it. So of course they want to see it done, especially if it's such a crossover hit. That's just my say. That's just my say. All right. Speaking about my say, I'm gonna say one thing. This brother know how to keep himself. I'm gonna say it again. This brother know how to keep himself and his face in the place. I'm talking about Blueface. My man Blueface still owes money from a payout as far as the court shootings over at the strip club and stuff like that, right? He was let loose on probation and everything, but he had to pay some monies, okay? He had to pay over, let's say, $13 million. That's a combined of the business losing wages and the employees losing about $84,000 in wages. So he was told he would have to pay all that back. Apparently he ain't been paying. So that what was once 13 plus or 13 plus million has grown to a staggering 14,386,164 whatever the hell. Okay. We need to take a pause for a second. We need to understand what we really is saying about Blueface. Okay. This guy is the same guy now. I just seen recently on a private jet starving for a hamburger, okay? A McDonald's hamburger. Cost them $10,000 to stop. Yeah, that's right. It was in midair. And he said, yo, we need to go back to ATL. We need to land or something. I'm hungry for a cheeseburger or burger. I'm thinking he was going to get an elaborate burger, some good. He stopped for McDonald's for $10,000. So it's essentially the McBurger was $10,000. Now this guy got money like that, tricking off on McDonald's when he could be handling his business. And I'm sure he will. And I'm sure his intelligence know that as long as he don't pay this off and he ain't got no jail time, it's ongoing promotion. And these guys need ongoing promotional campaigns to keep their name in the place. I don't doubt none of these guys that get on the internet, pop on their cell phone, and pop on their Instagram or their Facebooklet and act as if they're sincere. I think they know what they're doing. And Blueface is one of those ones, right? Speaking about people popping up Instagram and know what they're doing, with all due respect, okay, with all due respect, Ricky Smiley, who have been catching the stray bullets, or I would say direct bullets, from Katt Williams from the Club Shay Shay podcast. Recently, I think it was a couple of days ago, he was on Instagram, decided to make some coffee. Okay, he decided to, he was making his little coffee, doing what he do. Okay, now the camera's looking just like you looking at me. The camera's looking dead at me. I'm supposed to be Ricky Smiley. So I'm making the coffee, right? I'm doing my thing. And you can tell that I'm looking bothered. So I strategically step away from the camera. Oops, excuse me. Step away from the camera, and the camera's still rolling. I am off in the distance. I'm off in the distance, and you hear me whimpering and crying. Oh man, Black Twitter had an issue with that. Black Issue said, "Oh my God, he is crying over the Katt Williams debacle." Like, look at this man crying on live Instagram for this Katt Williams debacle. Some sane people said, or maybe he's crying, or not maybe, or he is just crying over his son that he recently lost to a drug overdose. Okay, it's in the news. I ain't want to bring it up, but it's in the news, which you can get from the Reporter newspaper online.com. But at any rate, I, I got a problem, y'all. I do. My problem is I feel the brother. When you hear a grown black man cry, for whatever reason, it kind of hurts. Some people may say, "Oh my God, it ain't that damn serious." Now, if it's your boy Katt Williams issues that my man Ricky Smiley is crying about, then I understand. But if it's him crying over the loss of his son, then I truly understand. But I'm of the proponent to say I can't tell nobody how long it takes you to mourn. But I cannot erase the fact that when these telephones are on, or these cameras, these modern computers and cameras are on, and hold on, let me do it. Let me show you what they do. See how that's on? And I go live. I know what I'm going live for. And you talk about actors. These people are actors, man. So inshallah, that means God willing. If my man is going through some issues, inshallah, God willing, he'll get over those issues. But let me tell you something, man. I understand. I really do understand what showmanship is all about and what being relevant in the marketplace takes in these days during this digital uprising on this social media style. Speaking about uprising and somebody trying to get back and put their face in the place, BG, hot boy legend, been selling this. I sold his first national record distributed through Interscope. No, yeah, Universal. It was Universal, Cash Money Universal. And I remember when it first came out, we were selling that thing. I sold almost all his legitimate music, which wasn't that many as a solo artist. And to see him go to jail and been in jail for a long time, and then to come back understanding what this thing does here, understanding how to manipulate people that's watching, this is an addiction. Okay, we scroll, we do what we do, but this is an addiction. And understanding that addiction, that means you can get paid. I'm gonna say it again. If you understand this addiction and how to get your face in this place, I don't give a damn if they talking negative about you, Blueface, if they talking about you crying, Ricky Smiley, or if they talking about you rapping, BG, whether you rapping good, whether you should have left it alone, or whether you dissing Lil Wayne. That's right. BG gets on there and he tells you about why he felt like he really wasn't dissing Lil Wayne. He called Lil Wayne a little bitch. Okay? And he said in the same sentence, that's just how he get down. Him and Lil Wayne, they understand the jargon. He was just talking to Lil Wayne the day before he got on the Instagram trying to explain his position by calling the lyrical genius a little bitch, okay? He said that's how we thought. You guys don't know what's going on. You need to mind your business. BG, there's no minding your business. And there's no we don't know what's going on if you are clicking on your style and you showing it, or you are going in the studio and you spitting, and it caused us to react. And then we want to know, because we are interacting with these people at this point, y'all. We are interacting with these people at this point. Speaking about this point, this is the time we want you guys to hit that share button. Tell somebody, hit the follow button and let people know what's going on. And also hit the share button and follow, but yeah, subscribe to us. And hit that like button, please. Let somebody know we do this thing every week. This is the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast with your brother Hiram Akeem. Listen, I try to give you that conscious content. Sometimes we get deep. Sometimes we just get enough to let you know you're dealing with some consciousness here. Speaking about consciousness here, my man, I like these guys, man. I really do. Cameron Mace on the It Is What It Is podcast kicked off their third season with some controversial content. Yeah, that's right. Kicked off their season with some controversial content. My man Cam said, I identify as Black, not African Americans. Africans don't like us. Now listen, I love when people bring up this type of content, this type of comments, this type of knowledge, this type of rhetoric. Okay, I love it because it gives us enough time to compound or break down, okay, what people are saying or what people are trying to say. Okay. At the end of the day, his point was he recognized himself as being an American before African. That's simply what Cameron was saying. We are Americans. That's what he was saying. But I beg to differ. Okay. Now I'm not upset that that brother feel like that. Some people think Black, the word Black, is synonymous with Black people. Some people even go as far as to say Black represents people that's in America, not even Africa or whatever. I'm here to tell you, like Malcolm X said, right? He says, no matter where you born, you are what you are. Case in point, if you put a cat in an oven and bake the damn things, are they muffins? No, it's still a cat. It's just a burnt ass cat. Well, we was put in the oven here in the wilderness of North America. Are we Americans? No, we're Africans that happens to be in America. Okay, I can go on and keep breaking it down, but instead, I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy break it down word for word. I thought it was dope. I heard it on Instagram and I shared it to my Facebook page. I'm gonna let this brother say it so you guys can understand what we're talking about, y'all. Check it out.
Africans here in the U.S. are English-speaking Africans. Africans in Trinidad are English-speaking Africans. Africans in Jamaica are English-speaking Africans. Just like Africans who live in Ghana, just like Africans who live in Kenya, just like Africans who live in Zimbabwe. English-speaking Africans are still Africans, no doubt about it. Africans in Haiti are French-speaking Africans. Africans in Martinique are French-speaking Africans. Just like Africans who live in Guinea, just like Africans who live in Algeria, just like Africans who live in the Congo. French-speaking Africans are still Africans, no doubt about it. Africans in Cuba are Spanish-speaking Africans. Africans in Colombia are Spanish-speaking Africans. Africans in Venezuela are Spanish-speaking Africans. Just like Africans who live in Equatorial Guinea, Spanish-speaking Africans are still Africans, no doubt about it. Africans in Brazil are Portuguese-speaking Africans. Just like Africans who live in Angola, just like Africans who live in Mozambique, just like Africans who live in Guinea-Bissau, Portuguese-speaking Africans are still Africans, no doubt about it. We're all Africans, we're all Africans, we're all Africans. Learn to explain it, learn to celebrate it, learn to defend it.
Listen, I can go on days and days with this type of information, but instead I won't. I don't like to dilute this entertainment news with all this conscious content. I just need you to know the content here is conscious and it's coming from that conscious paradigm. Y'all better feel me before they kill me, y'all. It's the brother Hiram Marquis.
Can't be for me, whole nother frequency, bitch, G.O.D. what the fuck is a mug? Nigga be fake, won't leave him snuggly, he undercover, then fucking we talking a minute. It's all in this stuff, nigga, fuck is you saying? Bird, bitch, you getting struck. We ain't going back and forth by the door. We ain't going back and forth by the door. Wash, halu, ella, ilaha, illallah. We come in the name of the source. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We flipping niggas out the porch. Niggas in Paris, somebody yeah and J version, boss whole Jane Harden, but they think they the highest. We locking them up, you get caught with the smoke, get your flame darkened. They shoot a shot, but I ain't far. This fuck around, hit the same target.